Hi everyone, Julie here from Indigo Handmade Design. Welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, I will be showing you how to crochet this stunning textured bikini set, perfect for the beach, pool days, or your next summer getaway. This project is beginner friendly and super customizable, so grab your hooks and let's get started. And by the way, material list it's going to be listed down below this tutorial. We are going to start by making first the bikini bottom. I'm making a size medium, but you can use a pair of bikini that you already have in and they suit you well to use as your guideline, and then to chain the amount of chains that you need for your size. So this is going to be between your crotch, and I'm working with a 2.5 millimeter hook, but you can use actually any kind of yarn and hook that you already have in your stash. So here is the bikini bottom that fits well for me, so I'm going to chain a total of 15 plus 1, which is my turning chain. So I've chained a total of 16. Now I'm going to start single crocheting into the second chain from the hook. So I'm going to have at the end of my first row 15 single crochets. I am also going to place a stitch marker right here into the chain, the last chain right here, since when we are working on the back side of the bottom we are going to start right away using this starting chain right here. And now next row you are going to chain 1. This is your turning chain. Turn your work and make 1 single crochet in each single crochet till the end of the row. So you are going to be working over your 15 or as many single crochets that you have for your own size, to have this measurement right here. So in my case this is going to be 6 centimeters. So I'm going to work off camera 6 centimeters, then I'll meet you back to tell you how many rows that I've made. So I've worked a total of 16 single crochet rows. Now let me show you. My piece measures exactly 6 centimeters. Now from now on we are going to start increasing to create the bottom, to create this shape. And for this, for row 17, chain 1, turn your work, and you are going to make 1 single crochet into your very first stitch and then 1 increase into the next, and then you are going to work 1 single crochet until you have 2 stitches left. So now it depends on how many stitches you have. Work like this till you have 2 stitches left. 2 stitches left. Now I'm going to make 1 increase and 1 single crochet in my very last stitch. So I'm not making my increases into the first and into the last. I'm making in the second stitch and in my second last stitch. Now you are going to chain 1, turn your work, and you are going to single crochet in each single crochet from the previous row. So in my case I'm going to have a total of 17 single crochets. And now you are going to chain 1, turn your work, and repeat row 17, which is single crochet into the first, increase in your second one, single crochets in between till you have 2 stitches left, and at the end you will make 1 increase in your second last stitch and 1 single crochet in your very last stitch. So this is how you are going to increase your work. So I pulled out my bikini bottom out. I'm going to make my increases until I have a height of 20 centimeters, and about 26 centimeters in width. So I'm just going to work to reach this measurement here, so my 20 centimeters in height, by increasing each other row. So this is going to be a increase row right here, then I'm going to have single crochet in each and every stitch, and so on. And I'll meet you back once I have my 20 centimeters done. Okay, so I've worked so far a total of 44 rows, and my work measures now, let me take my measuring tape. So my work measures almost 16 centimeters. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to increase in each row, since my work it's not wide enough. I'm going to work now about 11 rows, increasing in each and every row to have my 20 centimeters. Okay, so I've reached my desired height, so I have 20 centimeters in total. I would say for a size small make only 18, for a size large 22, extra large 24, so on and so forth. And I've increased for a total of 12 rows in each and every row at into the second stitch and into the second last stitch of the row. I have here a total of 67 single crochets. And now for the next pattern that we are going to make, you need a multiple of 6 plus 1. So I've already have this multiple. If you don't have this multiple, go ahead and add a few more stitches to achieve the multiple of 6 plus 1. Now to start our shell pattern, you are going to chain 1, turn your work and single crochet in your very first stitch, and then you are going to yarn over and skip 2 stitches, and in your third one you are going to make 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you are going to skip again 2 stitches and single crochet into the next. So this is your pattern repeat: 1 single crochet, skip 2 stitches, 5 double crochet in your third one, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then skip 2 stitches and start your pattern repeat again. At the end of the row you should end up with 1 single crochet in your very last stitch. Okay, now the next repeat row, it's going to be chain 3. This counts as a double crochet, and turn your work and make 2 more double crochets into the same stitch. And now you are going to skip 2 and single crochet in your third stitch, and then again you are going to make now your shell stitch on top of the single crochet from the previous row. So make 5 double crochets in there, 3, 4 and 5, and then you will skip 2 and single crochet into the next, which is the third double crochet from the previous row. And these are the rows that you are going to repeat. You are also going to end up on this row with 3 double crochets on top of your last stitch on your single crochet right here, and then you are going to start again by making row 1 and row 2, and you are going to repeat these 2 rows until you have a total of 15 rows for size medium, 13 rows for size small, 17 rows for size large, and I've already chained one and cut off my yarn. Now we are going to start working here on our starting chain. So take again your yarn and make a slip knot, leave enough tail to weave in later. And we are first going to make 2 single crochet rows, so we are going to work over our 15 stitches. So 2, 3, 4. So make 2 single crochet rows. Once you've made your 2 single crochet rows by working over your 15 stitches, you are going to chain 1, turn your work, and now from now on we are going to make increases in each row. So the first stitch is going to be a single crochet, and then increase into the next, and then single crochet in all of your stitches till you have 2 stitches left. So we are basically going to do the same as for the front part of the bikini bottom. So I have now 2 stitches left. In my second last stitch I'm going to place my increase and then 1 single crochet in my last stitch. Then chain 1, turn your work, and you are going to make again your increase. So you are going to be working like this by increasing in each and every row till you have the same stitch count as you had here on your very last round. So in my case this was 67 single crochets. So I'm going to work these rows to achieve the width, the same width, and then I'm going to continue working my remaining rows without increasing to achieve the same length as the front part of my bikini bottom. And then I'm going to change the pattern to the shell stitch and then work my last 15 rows of shell stitches. So I'm going to work all of this off camera, and then once I have this done I'm going to be back to explain to you one more time how to finish the back part of the bikini bottom. Okay, so I finished also the back of my bikini bottom. I've worked a total of 50 single crochet rows. I've worked first 2 rows over my 15 stitches, and then I've increased in each and every row at the beginning and at the end of the row, so into the second stitch and the last second stitch of each row. And then once I've reached the same stitch count as for the front part of the bikini bottom. I've crocheted over my 67 single crochets to reach my 50 rows. Then I've also worked my 15 rows of shell stitch, and now I strongly recommend using lining to line the bottom of your to line the bottom, the bikini bottom. And this is the right moment to trace on fabric the same shape that you have for the bikini bottom. I left out the shell stitch since I want to have a little bit of transparency here and also on the front, so I'm going to line only the rows worked in single crochets. Now I'm going to set this aside, and I didn't cut my yarn. Now we are going to work one row of single crochet all the way around our bikini bottom. So for this I'm going to take my loop again. I'm going to chain one, and now I ended up here with a single crochet. In there I'm going to make in this row one single crochet, and in my double crochet rows I'm going to make 2 single crochets. And again I have here a row that starts with a single crochet. I'm going to make 1 single crochet in there, and in my rows that starts with a double crochet I'm going to make 2 single crochets. So this is how you are going to work all the way on the side of the bikini bottom. Here in your single crochet rows you are just going to make 1 single crochet in each single crochet row till here, and in each stitch you are going to make 1 single crochet. So I'm going to do this off camera and then meet you back to show you how to work next. Once you've single crochet all the way around, you are going to slip stitch to your first stitch, which is this one here. And now you are going to chain 1 and single crochet into the same stitch like so. And now we are going to chain 2, skip 1 stitch and single crochet into the next, chain 2, skip 1, single crochet into the next, chain 2, skip 1, single crochet into the next, and you are going to repeat this for all of your shell stitch rows, since here is where we are going to put our string in to be able to close our bikini bottom. Skip 1 single crochet, chain 2, skip 1 single crochet, and you want to make sure that you have the same amount of chain 2 on all of your sides, so where your shell stitch is. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I'm going to make another one, skip 1 and 10 like so. Now I'm going to make another single crochet into my next stitch. Now I'm going to yarn over, skip 2 and make my shell stitch. So on the sides where your single crochet rows are, you are going to make shell stitches, 1 2 3 4 and 5 double crochets worked into the same stitch. Then you are going to skip 2, single crochet into the next, skip 2, 5 double crochets into the next, and 5, skip 2, single crochet into the next. So this is how you are going to work along your single crochet rows. So down here, and then you are going to make here your chains of 2. So I had 10 2 chains here, so I'm also going to make 2 chains here, and then you are going to single crochet along the waistline, and then make again your chains of 2 and your shell stitches all the way on this side, and here your chains of 2, single crochet on top away along the waistline, and then you are just going to slip stitch to your very first stitch and fasten off, weaving all of your loose end, and you are going to make 2 strings to be able to close your bikini bottom. And I'm going to show you next how to make the bikini top, and also how to create your strings. So I've already finished one cup for my bikini bra. Now let me give you some measurements. So my cup measured approximately 21 centimeters wide, and it is about, when I'm stretching it, about 18 centimeters in height. So you obviously need to make the one to fit your bust. Measurement about sizing, you are going to measure, make a chain that goes from the under bust until the middle of your breast, where the nipple is, like the length of the chain should be this measurement. In my case, I'm going to chain a total of 18 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18, not 19, 18. And the whole cup is basically a 1 row repeat. So we are going to start into the 4th chain from the hook and make a double crochet, and then make 1 double crochet in each chain till you have 1 chain left. Okay, so I have here 1 chain left. Now in this very last chain I'm going to make 5 double crochets. So these 5 double crochets are going to be right in the middle of your breast, the nipple, and especially if you are a beginner, use a stitch marker and put the stitch marker into your 3rd increase double crochet. So 1, 2 and 3, because here is where you are going to make your increases for all those rows. And now you're just going to make 1 crocheting on the other side of the chain, and make 1 single crochet in each chain till the end. So if you had like 14 double crochets on this side, you are also going to have 14 double crochets here. If you had 15, you are also going to have 15, without counting the double crochet increase. So continue like this. Okay, and then for the next row, all you need to do is to chain 3 and then make 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet from the previous row until you reach your stitch marker. So I had on my previous row, I had 15 plus 2. Since you've made a increase in the middle, you've increased with 5 double crochets, you will have now on this row 2 more double crochets, so I'm going to have 17 now. So 16 and 17. And now here where the stitch marker is, you are going to make a double crochet increase, a cluster of 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, take the stitch marker and put it into your third double crochet, 4 and 5, and then you are going to continue working on the other side. So you will have the same stitch count, which is in my case 17. So this is all you need to do to create your cup. So you are going to increase always in the middle in this third double crochet by making a cluster of 5. Now for my cup I've worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows in total, and then my very last row, it was the shell stitch pattern that we've already made around the bikini bottom. So since we've already done this, I'm not going to show you again how to do this. It's basically starting with a single crochet, skip 2, a 5 double crochet cluster, skip 2, single crochet, so on and so forth, and right here in the middle, so that I kind of have the same stitch count on both sides, I've skipped only 1 and then made my single crochet into the third double crochet from my increase cluster. Okay, so go ahead and make 2 of them, and to make all of the straps I'm going to show you with 2 different yarns with 2 different colors. Since you are going to work with holding 2 strands together, so I'm just going to make here a slip knot, and you have one is going to be your working yarn, and one, in my case the lilac, it's going to be the long tail that you need to leave. So you are going to take your tail and wrap this around your crochet hook, and then take your working yarn and make a chain. Like so, and then again wrap around the hook your tail, working yarn, and pull through, tail, working yarn, pull through, tail, working yarn, and pull through. So this is all you need to do to create all of your straps. The one you need to have for the bikini bottom, it's very easy. Once you get the hang of it, you are going to do this in no time. I prefer doing this method since my yarn is very thin, so it would be tedious to kind of make first a chain and then slip stitch all the way down the chain. So this way it looks better, and you are going to make 2 straps for the bikini top and attach right here in the middle, and this is going to be tied behind the neck. And then you are also going to make a very long strap that goes from the behind of the back, and then you are going to pull this through the double crochet gaps that you already have here. You are just going to pull through. I like to tie my bikini top in front, but you can tie them like on the back side. It's up to you. And also use the same method to make the straps for the bikini bottom. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any of the other summer crochet pieces coming up. Drop a comment with what color you'd make this in and tag me if you post it. I love seeing your creation. In the meanwhile, I wish you all happy crocheting. Until next time, bye bye.